Hey guys, it's me Zain, and today we're gonna take a look at my blooming orchids for March. Okay, so another month passed and I have a few orchids in bloom, so I thought I'm gonna make this type of video again, and I'm gonna show you what orchids I had in bloom and what orchids were blooming for this month. Okay, so let's start with my phals, because you know, the least interesting thing comes first, and you know, peasants. Just kidding. So, okay, I had my phals in bloom, you know, those blooms are long lasting, they are pretty long lasting, and I still have them in bloom. So I have this stripy veiny phalaenopsis in bloom still, with these tiny flowers and a low bloom count, but you know, it's something. This is the one which I tried to crown rot and drown, but he wanted to bloom, so yeah, this is the fall that needs some harsh words for blooming actually. Okay, so the other phalaenopsis which I have in bloom is the Manhattan Rose, which is a non-registered hybrid, at least I think it is. So I have this one in bloom still. There are a few wilted flowers which aren't on the flower spike since, you know, I had apples near them, and you know, yeah, apples and blooms are not going well together, so there are a few flowers which already wilted away and I don't have them anymore on the flower spike, but still I have a few, okay, two. So I have this one which is just opening, so it's kind of like bent back. The sepals and the petals are not in the final shape because it's just opening and is the final step before the final look of the flower, so that's why it looks this rather funny. But I really like this one. I like those dots because it's not that typical phalaenopsis hybrid, so I like that one. And after that I had this a little bit star-shaped phalaenopsis, which really just looks green in the camera, which I don't know why this one looks so green in camera, and I think it's more yellow in real life, but I kind of like it when it's this green as well, because yeah, it's kind of good looking. And what I really like about this flower is that there is no other color in it. Like there are those other yellow flowers which have the lip, which have a reddish lip or purplish or darker colored lip. Well, this is just plain yellowish greenish, and I really like the fact that there is no other color. Only, okay, there is a little bit of white in there, but you know, that's not another color, that's sort of, I don't know. So yeah, I like this one, I really like this one. And this one is a store bought, it's a new phalaenopsis, and if you want to watch the whole video which I'm presenting this one, you can click on the info card in the corner. So yeah, these were my phals, and in my previous What's in Bloom video I showed you these phals together, but actually without this plain colored phalaenopsis, and there was a yellow phalaenopsis with a red lip there. So if you are curious about the previous blooms in the previous month's blooms, also you can check out the previous What's in Bloom video if you click on the info card in the corner. So what I still have in bloom, this is I call it the fake little zebra phalaenopsis, because it looks a little bit like the little zebra phalaenopsis, which has rather stripes. This one has rather spots and dots on the petals and the sepals. I don't like this one, but you know, getting present, you can't throw it away, so so this is this one. Actually, what I like about this phalaenopsis is the leaves, because the leaves are rather these silvery colored leaves, and I'm really curious how will the next leaf look like, how it will turn out in color. Yeah, this has this tiny blooms, and that's that. They are only wilting, so soon I can repot this one. Okay, and the Dendrobium variola. Well, it's blooming. It has this flower spike with those 4 flowers right now, because after the big showy blooming with 1,000 spikes, I repotted it, and it decided to to grow a few new growths, and the growths are producing already roots, so that's good, but also it produced this flower spike which has a few buds on it, actually flowers. I think this is the short-lived flowered perioda, and after a time it decided to put out a new flower spike with more buds. So I don't know, it feels like it's wanna bloom. Okay, I let her be. So yeah, you can bloom, and you can bloom out yourself as you wish. Actually, I keep this one on the windowsill, so it's between the windows and the curtains. That space is filled up with the fragrance of this one, and those 4 flowers on that flower spike can fill up that little space. And always when I'm checking out the orchids there on the windowsill, that huge fragrance bomb just goes into my face, and I'm like, bang, fragrance in your face, Zane. So honey fragrance, it's pretty strong there, but you know, it's a smaller space, but these 4 blooms can definitely fill up that space, and it's really strong there. So yeah, that's about this perioda. So I guess we will see it in next month as well, if I'm gonna do a what's in bloom video next month, because you know, there's another flower spike on it, and it's already like sort of April, so yeah, we're gonna see it again if I'm gonna film it. Okay, another Phalaenopsis, my yellow Phalaenopsis, which is mounted upside down on this piece of wood. I like this one. I like how it looks like. I like how these leaves actually go down, and it's pendant and everything. And right now it's in full bloom. I was positioning it not the wrong way when the buds were forming, so I had 2 buds which are facing backwards, but then I tried to bend them to the front, and yeah, it's kind of funny right now, but you know, what can I do? This one actually will produce more flowers, because this one always does that. After these flowers will wilt, those spikes won't dry up, I think, at least what I think that's they're gonna do, but I really think more and more buds will be produced on that spike, because this Phalaenopsis just does that. It did that previous years, so yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that, because in the summertime when there is no Phalaenopsis blooming, I can put it out in the garden, which gives the garden a little bit of jungle-ish feeling, so that's really good, and I really like that. Yeah, I know, the wind was blowing and those flowers are going everywhere, but it's kind of good looking, it's natural-ish, I think. Okay, so my Kokedama Dendrobium, Kokedama project, whatever you call it, still in a bloom. Yeah, these flowers are pretty long lasting. I thought these flowers gonna wilt like earlier, and I didn't expect them to bloom for this long, and I'm really happy that they are blooming this long, because it looks fabulous right now. And the new growths, what are you doing out there on the streetcars? And the new growths are already so big. They are growing like crazy. They are growing like, I don't know, they are growing really fast, and they are leafing out very fast. So I really have to catch up with fertilizing this one, because I want big and juicy pseudobulbs or canes or what. So yeah, this is what I plan to do with this one. It's still in bloom, it still looks nice, and I'm looking forward to the next years, how it will go, how it will do about the new growths and bloomings and everything. So I like this one. Okay, what I have in bloom, well, it's kind of funny and it's kind of not in bloom. This is my Phalaenopsis schilleriana, which I just bought, and this, well, yeah, it's changing environment and stuff, so it's not blooming that well. The blooms are rather dropping before opening. Some are opening for a few days. This only flower which is on it is looking pretty weird, but you know, I will have to repot it. But I don't want to cut that flower spike, but soon I will cut the flower spike and I will repot it so it can have a great life and healthy life, and not like right now, because it's in sphagnum moss and it's not that good. Even if I will cut the flowers, those leaves look gorgeous. Those leaves are everything. That modeling is just so striking that, and you know, if you have guests and you have those regular falls, everybody knows those regular falls, and this is going to be there looking like a Phalaenopsis with these modeled leaves, and they're gonna be like, oh wow, what is this? And you say this is a Phalaenopsis, and they're gonna be like, oh, it's really special, it's good looking, you know, you're a great orchid grower, you know. I'm just kidding. Okay, and the last thing that I'm gonna show you is my epidendrum, pseudopidendrum, which I bought in Dresden. And if you didn't see my Dresden videos, click on the info cards. They are great, they are fun, they are everything, and the Dresden show was best orchid party ever. So check it out. And also, if you're curious what did I bought there at Dresden, you can check out my Dresden haul video, and that's in the info card as well. Epidendrum, pseudopidendrum. I'm really not sure how to pronounce this name, because if it's pseudobulb, this should be like pseudopidendrum, but it's kind of funny. These flowers are really just gorgeous. The contrast between the red and orange parts and the green parts of the flower, just amazing. These flowers are really nice. They're supposed to be like long lasting, at least that's what I think. Okay, and you know what they say about Phalaenopsis buds? Phalaenopsis buds, after they position themselves, you can put them like everywhere. They won't position themselves again. But the flowers were facing inside because I wanted to see them, and I don't want the street persons to see them. Who cares about them? I want to see those flowers because I bought it for myself. And after that bud, one of the buds opened, it decided to face the light source. I mean, what? Why? Why did you do that to me? You were positioned, little bud, you were positioned. What are you doing? So it turns out, with an epidendrum, you can never know what's gonna happen with the buds. It repositioned itself, so that's what I got. So I learned from my mistake. They are beautiful in color, they are beautiful in shape, they are white, they are jungle looking. Those are the best flowers. So yeah, this is what I want to talk about today. So I hope you liked my blooming falls and blooming all the stuff what's in a bloom right now. I hope I can make a video which is a blooming video next month as well, because I always like constantly fear that I'm not gonna have blooming orchids next month and I'm gonna be like a shitty orchid grower. But whatever, I hope you like this video. If you liked it, click on the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my other channel, follow me on Instagram, and yeah, see you next time. Bye guys. This should be like pseudopidendrum.